give it like a year, you will die without your fucking smartphone. It'll consume you. It can totally consume you. But yeah, it has everything an iPhone has. It's got the music port, 8 gigs. Yeah, amen, dude. Right on. Well, we'll go ahead and hit. We've got. What do we do? Baseball. And did we do baseball?
No, we haven't done baseball.
That's the only one we have done.
Yes! And 6 and things that kids do.
Things that kids do. Yeah, you're right.
You guys do baseball?
4 and 6. So yeah, we're gonna go with baseball next. So.
We'll go with baseball next. Are we going?
Yes, sir.
Now, I can honestly say, like, okay, this is where I went with my mind.
Okay, this is what I was curious.
I went to Wrigley Field in Illinois.
Okay.
And I got a chance to experience Wrigley Field and watch the Cubs, which is, you know, some American tradition you can do, okay?
Like the Yankees.
Sure.
Fuck the Yankees.
I'm not a Yankees fan.
So, when I was there, I took it all in. I got a beer, I got a hot dog, I got, you know, I had good seats. Like, I embraced the whole thing, and then after, we went and partied down the street there. And
cheers to that street, by the way. I love that.
I don't even remember the street name. Does anybody know what it is?
I don't remember the name. But
No, I don't remember.
There's so many rad little bars all
They go
along
to like
all
5
over.
in the morning.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's incredible.
And but as I look back on the day, this is where my brain went. As I look back on the day, I honestly said to myself, I cannot see myself doing this 4 or 5 times a week.
Oh my god.
I could not go to this sport 4 or 5 times. There's no way. There is no way I could do it. So that's where my brain went with it. So take it from there.
I'm a fan.
Me too.
I'm a huge
Of the
fan.
whole thing?
I love baseball.
Oh god, me too.
I've been a fan of baseball since I was.
She's busting
5
at the
years
nut
old.
over here, dude.
Okay.
Now is
You
it because
alright?
you play?
It was before I played that I became a fan.
Tell me the reason why. There's got to be a valid reason why.
Well, honestly,
I want to know this.
I'll tell you, my first
Major League Baseball is ...
My first memory of baseball, honestly, I was probably 4 and a half, 5 years old.
Okay.
All I remember is my dad driving me to Angel Stadium, and walking through the portal and seeing the field. I mean, it's cliche and it's stupid, but that's honestly my first memory of baseball. My father taking me to my first Angels baseball game when we lived in California.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never forget that.
Never.
That's
I mean,
tight, dude.
I was 4 years old, and that's one of the most outstanding memories I have. I can't remember shit I did last week. but I mean, right then and there, I became a fan. Not only for the nostalgia reasons, but the game itself, the tradition.
The only challenge that I see in the game truly is the pitching and the hitting.
So now you're just getting technical?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm sorry.
I agree.
I'm
This is gonna be
sorry.
good.
You're just getting
I kind of
technical.
want to hear your overview of baseball like his, actually. I know that one.
Mine are so different from his too. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
So this is... Yeah.
I love it.
Let's hear what she has to say
Go
about
for it,
your
go for
topic.
Oh my god.
I kind of want to hear
Okay,
both
so
you
I
guys.
have 2, and I'll tell you this one first because I mean it's kind of obvious because all girls have daddy issues, but so here's I don't know, I'm sorry. So the first reason, I have 2 reasons why I just love baseball. First one is because growing up, like I always played sports and stuff like that, and both of my brothers played baseball and my stepdad coached. So for me, I will flat out tell you it is a Freudian thing. Like, I'll put it out there. It's totally Freudian. All the males in your family do it. You're just drawn to it, right? Second reason is because my uncle is a writer for the Associated Press. He lives in West Palm Beach, and he covers the Cardinals spring training every year. So I went down over spring break one year, and he works for the press. I sat in the press box. I got to go in the locker room, and the first Major League Baseball player that I've ever, like, talked to his wife and for, like, 45 minutes in the locker room, and then finally met him was Albert Pujols in his rookie year. Get out. It was, I have his jersey, like, I have his jersey framed in my apartment. And for those of you who don't know anything about baseball, he is, like, the league leader in RBIs, which is runs batted in, and home runs.
Is he going to beat Tony Gwynn?
He's just sick. And
Tony Gwynn holds the record.
here's my heart I'm torn, is that I'm also from Philly, so I'm a huge Phillies fan. And the other person in the National League who competes against our Pools is Ryan Howard, who's the first baseman for the Phillies. And they compete every year for first place in the All-Star game. And it always goes back and forth. And I hate Ryan Howard. But I'm a huge Phillies fan, and then I love our Pujols, who's on the Cardinals. So
I love the game of baseball. So,
I
Brandon,
love it.
So I want to redirect this back to Brandon.
Okay.
So what do you mean? You
Hell yeah,
went.
nerd.
I'm sorry.
That's a love right there.
That
We really
was.
cared, dude.
Come here.
That was like,
You went
dude, that was a
technical.
children's book right there.
Hitting and batting.
Badass.
That's a skill. That's
Absolutely.
athletic ability.
Absolutely.
Okay. You don't get into the nostalgia, the tradition.
I'm not saying that these places, these
You went to
coliseums where
Wrigley
they go
Field.
and play.
Coliseum.
I'm just saying, as far as action, when I watch basketball, they got 24 seconds to do
I
something.
think what he's trying to say is that
They got 24 seconds to do something.
the technical aspect is like intercourse,
Yeah.
but everything else is like foreplay. It's such a wide
Okay,
variety
so-
of fun.
It's everybody's biases.
Talking about the physical part of it, there is more than that.
Are you watching
Think
baseball?
about-
Are you watching football? Are you watching basketball? Are you rock climbing? Are you river running?
Think
Everybody's
about
got
how
biases,
fast the
but they
pitcher
separate
throws the
their
ball,
time.
right?
Yeah.
Well said.
Think about how fast the pitcher throws the ball. If the pitcher catches the ball when you hit it, you have to outrun him. So there's running involved in it.
Sure.
There's
Sure.
Oh, there's
There's-
lots of running. Throwing.
there's way more physical stuff than just
Hot
when
dog.
you're batting. I mean, like you can't. It's
They're
like
bred
Ryan
to be
Howard. I hate
athletes.
Ryan Howard. He can't run because he's too heavy. So if you have people,
They're
they have
bred
to
to
watch
be
their
athletes.
weight. They have to be athletic, right?
Remember those Babe Ruth, right?
Of course.
So about like the whole nostalgia and everything, I've gone to one baseball game. It was an Angels game, and I went with this kid. He took me, and it was really, really boring, and I really didn't understand why everybody was hyped up because it was the most boring day of my life.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
I
it was
you still
really
remember it,
boring because it was
But you remember.
and it was like
Because you
5
remember that you're
years
never
ago.
going to do that again.
Well, and here's the thing:
It's like the first time you watched.
we have like whatever,
House
all the
on the Prairie.
snacks and everything. The game's over, and I start picking up my stuff, and he goes, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Picking up my trash," and he goes, "Don't. That's embarrassing." I was like, "What? What's embarrassing?" He's like, "You're supposed to leave it on the ground. It's like part of the game." And I'm like, "How freaking? Oh yeah, this is America's pastime. Of course it is. Of course it's
Leave
part of
our
the game.
shit all
Leave
over.
our
You
shit all
pick
over."
it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
like,
you just went
I was
with
like,
the wrong
that's
person.
disgusting. Why would I not
I'm not
pick
a
up
fan.
my
Of,
trash?
I'm not a fan of baseball by like the wildest imagination, but like going to a game, I can actually
Concerts,
enjoy
dude. It
for a
comes
bit.
down to concerts, too.
It's like
If you're at a
social,
concert,
you know,
we
you
use
go-
your
It's
money.
kind of like
out,
going to a
drink beers,
concert.
and-
You're right.
But
It
I,
was probably the people or
People
the
get
person I
little,
was with that
Yeah,
made it
for sure.
bad.
but,
Sounds
Well,
like it.
something.
I will tell you though, she has a big advantage over the rest of us. We live out west. Everything is so far apart, and there's only so many teams, and most of them are along the west coast. There's nothing right in the middle unless
Yep.
you count Colorado, and who cares about Colorado? But
It's a good
Back-
state.
back east,
It's
there's
a good state.
I'm right in
It's
the middle of
progressive.
New York, New
It's
Jersey,
moving in a good direction.
Philadelphia, Washington D.C., Baltimore,
They'll have multiple
and it's
teams.
and I can go to every single game once a
Right.
week,
Ah.
like, and we do it all. I mean, like baseball is like 10 months a year because, I mean, like our pitchers are called what, February 14th? Pitchers start. Why do I know that? I'm sorry, I love it. But like it's baseball's 10 months a year. They just they end in October. Like it's constant. So when you're in the middle of 8 teams, 10 months a year.
Honestly, to end the
Oh my God,
conversation,
I'm gonna fall.
Brandon,
Yes.
you obviously
You're gonna
need to
pull me
know a little bit more about the game to understand it.
Yeah.
Here's what I was gonna say. I have
Thought we had some baseballers.
True.
I have played it, and I enjoy playing it. I play more on a softball level. I'm not saying it's not fun to time the ball, hit it, and fucking run around. I'm
You
not
play
saying
on
it's not.
softball level.
And like,
Dude, my freaking niece plays on a softball level.
shit.
Come on now.
Shit.
Yours does too, probably. Just saying. Even in high school, I'd play it fast, bitch.
The fact of the matter is, at least to me, it was extremely boring because lack of knowledge.
So you didn't even enjoy the game, being at the game?
No, the experience was good.
Right.
But as
I
far
haven't
as like
played the
I
game, but I
couldn't
can't watch
like
it on
the
TV.
experience
Following
was
the
good,
game.
but I couldn't like be that heavily involved going to the stadium all the time and like.
I agree.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about the game because you got to know the ins and outs. You got to know why he threw that pitch, why the first baseman is in this position, why the
Yeah.
center fielder is in this
Yep.
position. There's a humongous amount of information that's going on every single
Oh, yeah.
pitch, and you need to know that
Yeah,
information.
I
It'd
agree.
be way more
Yeah.
exciting if you knew every single thing that was going on.
I think that's
Mhm.
true with all
That's
sports,
true with any
though.
sport, though. I was thinking that
Everybody's
too.
got their sports. Yeah. Everybody
Yeah.
is guaranteed.
So that's
Good.
need
Well,
more
I
information.
actually,
I like
the
it.
thing about hockey is I just said that the other day.